Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Acc Tuesday 15th of June 2021. We're looking front of the papers. First up, New York Times, big piece about the Amazon warehouse in New York, how they treat their workers like crap. Over on the left, Chinese might pushes NATO to raise alarm. Okay, NATO getting the knives out for China, even though they're an organisation primarily concerned with North America and Europe. Over on the right, as Israel shifts, Biden has chance at stronger ties. Down here, Chinese scientists under pressure as lab leak theory flourishes. New York mayor's race, electric truck startup falters, Lordstown Motors faces an inquiry. Okay, that company is owned by General Motors as far as I know. Obituary down the bottom for Ned Beatty, who is 83. He was an actor. You might remember him from Deliverance when he's forced to strip at gunpoint by two men. New York Times International Edition, picture from Mexico last month when the metro line collapsed, killing a lot of people and injuring many more. Over on the left, Shmuel Rosner with an opinion piece, did we just have a revolution? Israel doesn't just have a new government, it has an entirely new way of governing. Alright, remains to be seen. Another piece about Israel on the right, Netanyahu leaves Israel stronger, but polarised. Alright, down here, piece about an Irish musician and an ad for the Ezra Klein show. Wall Street Journal, chemical plant fire rages in Illinois. That looks pretty severe. They're going to let it burn for a few days because can't put it out with water. Over on the right, same story about the Lordstown thing. Oil hits pandemic high on bets green shift will crimp supply. Okay, so as you move towards solar and wind energy, oil price is going to go up because there'll be less of it. Down here, Nicaragua's president moves to stifle rivals. That's Daniel Ortega. He's taken out all his rivals. And funny enough, his Sandinista movement toppled a US-backed dictator in the 1970s. So the dictated have become the dictators. Many such cases. USA Today, there's Macron and Biden having a laugh. The G7. Down here, secret IRS files show how the ultra-wealthy avoid taxes. There's the 6 billionaires of the apocalypse there. Buffett, Bloomberg, Bill, Murdoch, Bezos and Musk. The more money you have, the less tax you pay. Good work if you can get it. National Post from Canada, there's Justin Trudeau wearing a very silly pair of socks as always in front of the Canadian flag. True crime story on the left. Over on the right, some story about a military commander who was head of vaccine logistics has been fired. He's saying it was a political thing. Down here, Alberta gas stations have nicest restrooms. Good stuff, must visit. Equalisation vote puts leaders to the test. That's talking about payments that they make to regions who aren't doing as well as other regions, and now they're talking about getting rid of them from the Constitution. The Australian whiskey inquest opens doorway to corrupt criminal past. Investigation into a nightclub fire that killed 15 people back in the 1970s, I think. Below Whala family reunion as freedom hopes rise. This family were they were living in Australia and then they got shipped out to Christmas Island because they said that they didn't qualify for a visa. But one of the daughters got sick and has been shipped back to the mainland, and her family have been reunited with her. And now people are saying you should just leave them there because they're really cool people and we like them and they should be allowed to stay. I hope it works out for them. Financial Times, there's Erdogan taking the knee and kissing the ring of Biden for some reason. Lockdown end being delayed in England. American father and son plead guilty to role in smuggling Goshen from Japan. That guy was an executive at Toyota, got himself smuggled to Lebanon with the help of a couple of Americans, but the Americans got lifted, extradited to Japan. Now they're facing a lot of jail time. Irish Examiner, picture from some watch museum that's opened. Arrivals from Britain to isolate for 10 days. State paid astronomical €915 million for personal protection equipment in 2020. Surprise, surprise. Down the bottom, huge spike in cannabis grow houses. And beside that, €1,000 cancer cure scam where a man was basically selling a woman hemp oil, telling her it would cure her cancer. Irish Times, another picture from that watch museum. Reopening to proceed despite concern over Delta variant. Okay, so reopening happening in Ireland but not in England. DUP and Sinn Féin face countdown on Stormont. Okay, a headline that could have been written at any time since the Good Friday Agreement. I think this time around Sinn Féin want the Irish Legislation Act passed before they'll go to an election, but DUP are saying no, we're not going to have that. And I guess probably the DUP want to return to direct rule because that would suit them better than actually doing any work. NATO-China story. Irish independent, football, farming, vaccines, punishment unlikely and fake pollster controversy. So the fake pollster thing, every party was at it, so nothing's going to happen. Irish Daily Mail, popping a pill for every emotional problem is madness. I guess it depends what's in the pill. Vaccine story. Irish Sun, true crime, football. Guardian, there's Boris, not looking too happy. Johnson delays the end of lockdown. English Times, England team playing gesture politics by taking the knee, says Patel. So Priti Patel has come out and accused them of gesture politics. I mean, a Tory accusing people of gesture politics is just the height of hypocrisy. COVID Prime Minister story, people in the sun. NATO joins allies on a new front, war in space. Oh, heating up. Daily Torygraph, opinion piece from Charles Moore, or to give him his full title, Charles Hilary Moore, Baron Moore of Etchingham. This man has written a 3-volume biography of Margaret Thatcher. He's a leading climate science denier, and he also described Black Lives Matter as a Marxist movement that is racist towards white people. Anyway, he's saying he no longer supports lockdown. The government is making a mistake and it will pay the price. I mean, he's probably not wrong. It's coming into the summer, it's hot, people are going to protest and not be too happy about the whole thing. Children may require jobs, keep up their schooling. Okay, NATO story there as well. Daily Express, Boris lockdown story. Football, Independent, Boris looking unhappy. Over the top, weddings, Netanyahu, Hong Kong mask. Metro, hottest day of the year is freedom put on ice. Daily Mail, Soviet era sets, glitches galore, but at last, TV News to revoke the woke. So big gushing praise for the new GB News, which is going to platform lots of right-wing racists. Good times. Daily Mirror, football, celebs, vax to the future. Go on, Boris. Alright, thankfully that's it for the day. If you want to stay off corporate media, just click the link in the description. Alright, thanks, good luck.